days to come.
All my love to long ago.
Welcome to About Time, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Stephen, and I've been a Doctor Who fan since 2005.
And I'm Ben, and I've never seen the show before.
Today, we're actually celebrating the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who with 2 short sketches and some fun and games. And quite frankly, it's about time. Hello!
Hello!
Happy 60th anniversary Doctor Who.
Happy 60th anniversary, Doctor Who.
And slightly less impressively, but I'm going to mention it anyway, today marks our 1-year anniversary of doing this podcast. Because our first episode came out on the 23rd of November last year.
Oh.
So happy year to us. Happy 1 year.
Happy 1 year to us.
You never thought we'd get this far, did you? But looking back over the year, have you enjoyed Doctor Who more than you thought you would?
Series 1, no. Series 2, no. Series 3, it's got better.
Okay. There's an upward trajectory. And we haven't even gone on to Series 4 yet, which is arguably
On a
the best.
scale of 1 being crapper than the crap,
Right.
and 10 being the mightiest of things, Series 1 sits 1.1.
Sorry, but
Series
that is
2
not... You've
sits
forgotten.
1.3.
You've forgotten. See, but if you can't see Ben's face, he's smiling mischievously because
I'm pushing the buttons of
He's
Mr.
pushing my
Steven.
buttons. Did I tell you, someone commented on our TikTok and said, I tried listening to your podcast, but your boyfriend was such a hater, I couldn't listen. So, to all of you who are still listening...
What can I say? I'm Marmite.
Yeah.
You either love me or you hate me.
I was going to say, I don't think anyone hates you, but
I'm pretty sure I do.
I'm Bovril. I don't know what that means, I just said it.
You are where Bovril's supposed to be like a stock maker.
I know, but I have it on toast. It's delicious.
Anywho.
It is delicious.
Cool.
Anyway, how are you today? I'm
okay. I'm a bit of a coldy floldy.
Yeah, you have had a bit of a cold, haven't you? I think it's on the way out, though.
Yeah.
I went to watch a rehearsal today of my... So I wrote a play a few years ago, and I directed the first production, and now, at time of recording, it's about to be performed again, but by someone different. And I've had no involvement this time, but I went in to watch a rehearsal today, and it's just very interesting to see, like, someone
take.
Yeah, someone taking my work and then putting their own interpretation on it. It's very surreal though, going in and like people have been rehearsing and learning my lines and stuff. Like, yeah. Anywho, so shall we crack on with the episode?
If we must.
So we've watched 2 things today. We've watched Children in Need's Time Crash from 2007, which, my God, Ben had such a hissy fit when I put it on because I did it on YouTube. And the highest quality that I could find it in was 240, like absolutely pixelated to hell. And Ben saw it like freeze framed on the TV and he was like, oh, I've got to watch this and it's pixelated. But yeah, what did you think of it?
I'm going to preface this right here for everyone who needs to know. I did not enjoy it.
No.
At all. And I want to preface it here. I have no connection with Peter Davison.
No.
And I think that personally, I understand what they were doing. They were doing it for charity. Hats off to them, blah, blah, blah.
Fair.
And I think the people who like it are either super fans of the new show and want to see the old Doctors, or they're old fans of the old Doctors and love seeing them back
Yeah,
again.
it's like reminiscence. Yeah.
So personally for me, I just think that
it wasn't for you.
it was a swing and a miss.
Yeah, it wasn't made for you.
That was put nicely, wasn't it, Stephen?
Yeah. Considering what you said off mic. Yeah. But yeah, so it was in fact, both things we watched there were written by Stephen Moffat. And you can definitely tell, like, his sitcom background.
You're wearing a fruit.
Yeah, look at me, I'm wearing a vegetable.
I will say this, like, I do like his costume.
It is good, yeah.
I do like the quirkiness. I just think maybe the celery was a bit overboard. But
yeah, celery might be a bit much.
I do like the question marks.
You like the question marks?
I like the 80s fashion. It's quite cool.
Yeah, that line about the vegetable reminds me of in The Unfriend, his play. The most Stephen Moffat line in that play that I remember was, "What's the point of flowers? They're just vegetables for looking at."
Oh, yeah.
That's so Moffat. You know, like there's this now tradition of Tennant being like, what? what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a cliffhanger. They do it at the beginning of this. Tennant says what, Davison says what, and then Tennant says what again. If I was like directing it or whatever, surely the obvious thing to do is to have them both say it in unison on the last one. So Tennant, Davison, and then both of them together. Would have been much more iconic, I think.
I'm not a director of any of the sense. Do. If you wonder why my voice is weird and tired, I'm ill.
Yeah, bless you. So a lot of it was David Tennant fangirling, but in character as the Doctor, you know?
In character.
Yeah, but that's the thing, because it's for charity, you can kind of break it a bit. Like, I don't necessarily think this is canon. It's just a bit of fun, you know? But okay, this is something that you probably don't know, but this is really interesting. At the time they made this, I don't think Tennant and Davison had ever met, but they are now family. He's now his father-in-law.
Oh.
Because David Tennant married Peter Davison's daughter.
Emily Davison.
No, her name is Georgia Moffat. Because Peter Davison's real name is Peter Moffat, but his stage name is Davison.
Is he related to Stephen Moffat?
No, there's no relation there. But yeah, so she actually, Georgia Moffat has a role in series 4, which is where she meets David Tennant, and then they start dating.
And have babies.
Yeah, they have had children. Yeah, I just think it's crazy that like 2 doctors are now like family.
Cool.
Like that. And there's something even more amazing about that, but I can't say it till we see her episode. So we'll come on to that. I like how Moffat was like tried to explain the fact that he'd aged by saying that like, oh, it was the time differential shorting out. Like there's always some explanation as to why they don't look quite the same as they did at the time, you know?
Yeah.
Especially in this day and age, because back in the day, like with the 5 Doctors, the quality wasn't that good. You couldn't necessarily tell that they'd aged that much.
Yeah.
Whereas I think now, like 2007, when it was made, it's more obvious.
Bit rude to people with bald head, though.
Yeah, a little bit. But that's so Stephen Moffat loves doing jokes about actors' appearances.
It's disgusting.
It's a bit rude like that, yeah. I suppose they're all game for it. Did you hear his comment about you've changed the desktop theme of the TARDIS?
Ugh.
That's a bit of a clunky
Copyright
joke. Microsoft.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty
sure the TARDIS predates Microsoft.
Yeah, I do quite like the idea of the different designs of console room are like skins, you know, that you can just like turn on.
Really?
In a way, it's quite fun.
I like the idea that the Doctor actually renovates and actually is useful.
Well, what you'll see happen is that generally, if the TARDIS goes through a bit of shit and like the inside of it gets destroyed, it will rebuild itself and it will give something new, like a new console.
Oh, I see. So because it became the Paradox Convactor, we're going to get a new TARDIS Series 4.
No, we're not for Series 4. No, because otherwise we would have seen it by now, because he's rebuilt it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. Did you pick up on the beard joke?
No.
Tennant said the Master just showed up again. And Davison was like, oh, does he still have that rubbish beard? And Tennant said, no beard this time. And then he said, well, a wife.
Oh.
The joke being that he's gay. And
I can get behind that if he looks like John Sims.
you get behind John Sim any day. But yeah, I know it wasn't your cup of tea. It wasn't for you. But it comes at this point in the chronology. So I thought it was worth having a look at it. So moving on.
What a load of tut. Yeah.
Curse of Fatal Death. Okay, so this one was an actual spoof.
Yes, I got that.
Yes, obviously. Comic Relief. I think it was 2000. Also written by Stephen Moffat.
I want to say something about it.
Okay, go for it.
So the first thing I want to say is really shocked that Rowan Atkinson never was in the running for Become the Doctor.
Yeah, he actually is quite good, isn't he? Even though he's taking the piss, like he actually plays it quite well.
That comic could really lend itself well to the Doctor himself.
Yeah, the thing is, Rowan Atkinson has such a distinctive way. Like, I know you're not a fan of Blackadder, but like it reminds me of that. The way when the Master was like, "Oh, I've been augmented," blah blah blah, and Rowan Atkinson was like, "And also, I notice breasts." Like, yeah.
The way he says certain words. Yes, red.
Yeah, I think it's because actually Rowan Atkinson has a bit of a speech issue, like a stammer. So actually he has to take great care over certain words. And it just comes across like that. Like Blackadder, he's got that driver, Bob, who's actually a woman. And he always calls her Bob, like really overpronounces it. Yeah. But yes, it's fun. I think the things like the TARDIS column going up and down really like rickety, and then the fact you can see the Dalek operators through the mesh, like that's deliberate. You didn't think it was deliberate, but it's meant to be taking the piss out of the shoddy production values of the classic era.
Okay.
And I like the joke about the Master revealing all his plans and he doesn't realise he's still got the microphone on.
Oh yeah.
Like it's a bit like Zoom, isn't it? Like, oh, you haven't muted
You
yourself.
stood up and
You had no trousers on, yeah. And then you've got the recurring joke of the companion asking a question about something that doesn't make sense, and then someone says, "I'll explain later." It's like, just brush it under the carpet. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah. It's okay.
And then even the Daleks did it. We will explain later.
Like, yeah. Who is that Christopher Lee?
The Master,
Yeah.
Jonathan Pryce.
Oh.
Who, do you want to know what else he's done?
Yeah.
Ironically, his first film was called Voyage of the Damned. He's been in something called Regeneration.
Oh.
Very appropriate. But I believe he's quite a well-respected actor. I'm not a fan of the Moffat humour of, like, the Dalek bump breasts and all that.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
And when Joanna Lumley was like, "Oh, I think I see the on switch." It's like...
Oh, I love that bit.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you like nipple humour?
I wouldn't go that far.
So we got a slew of other doctors towards the end. Richard E. Grant,
Oh,
who you're not a fan of.
nope.
Jim Broadbent.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's fun. Hugh Grant, also very good, actually, I thought.
My God. Hugh Grant, back in the day, chef's kiss and
Very attractive, yeah.
would win Hottie of the Week, Hottie of the Month, Hottie of the whole podcast.
He was actually quite good, I thought, as the Doctor. His dying speech where he was about...
Yes.
Yeah. And I believe Hugh Grant was actually offered the role of the Ninth Doctor instead of Christopher Eccleston.
Oh.
And he turned it down. And then apparently he regretted it later when he saw how successful it became and how good it was.
Yes.
That would have been so different, though.
Would have been such a different
Completely
Doctor.
different series.
Yeah. Christopher
Eccleston made it gritty and grounded, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really think that Joanna Lumley would have made a fantastic Doctor.
Yeah.
Because I think she oozes this.
She what? She oozes.
She's just...
She oozes.
She oozes like...
Charisma.
She's so watchable.
She is very
She's
watchable,
so
yeah.
watchable, and she's a very slept-on actress from the UK.
Yeah.
And in her youth, she was gorgeous. She still is a very pretty woman.
Yeah.
But I do think, like, if given it the Ninth Doctor, bring her back as a woman, she would have been a good choice.
Yeah.
Because I think we talk about the Doctor must have certain qualities, and I think that book needs to be thrown away. Anybody could be the Doctor. That's the beauty of the Doctor. Anybody could be the Doctor.
What qualities are you talking about that need to be thrown away?
Like, we must think, they must be a man, and
No, but that has been thrown away now.
not really. There's still those Bible pushers.
Oh, there are twats who think that.
Yeah,
but in terms of the show itself,
I think there's going to be a very long wait before you get another female Doctor.
I really hope not. It should go to the person who is right for the role.
Yeah.
But I do hope that after Shooty we get another woman.
Yeah, but you get these actors who are like Tennant, funny, quirky, Matt Smith, quirky, funny. Then you've got gritty. So they either fall in two categories: gritty or quirky and funny.
But even the gritty ones have their moments of being quirky and funny.
Yeah, but I just think they set Jodie Whitt up for failure. They didn't support her enough within her entrance, and what they gave her to work with. I've never seen it, so I've only worked from Stephen, and Stephen said he's not a fan. But then you
I
said
have mixed feelings.
But then you
yeah.
said that you rewatched a certain series, and you said you're really enjoying it. So
I enjoyed it a lot more than I did before. Yes, I think these things get better with age sometimes.
Yeah. Anywho, so who's Hottie of the Week out of that sketch?
I think Hugh Grant.
Yeah,
It's got to be.
Grant. Is it really weird to think that Jonathan Pryce is a bit of a daddy in it?
Oh god, you always have a dad. You have a hottie of the week and you have a daddy of the week. Who's
I am not an ageist, Stephen. I like my older men and my younger men.
I know you do.
Like, if I could get myself a sugar daddy, I would.
Really?
I wouldn't have to work again.
Email in at abouttimecast@gmail.com if you fit
I
that
would.
description.
I would be happy if someone could just give me £2,000 a month.
And what would you have to do in return?
I don't know. What do they want?
Parade around in your pants.
What, in their house?
Yeah.
Okay. They can buy me some new ones.
Okay.
We live in a new world, Stephen. We live in a world where people are making millions off of selling their feet photos.
Yeah, true.
If an old man just wants me to walk around in his house in the nudie, then I'll walk around his house in the nudie.
Okay.
I think Stephen's getting a bit jealous here.
Why?
Because you want to walk around the house in the nudie.
No, I don't. No one needs to see that.
Some people do. I do.
Right. It's now time to do something that we should have done at the end of Series 3, but we're doing it now, which is to reveal the hottie of the series. So we did a listener's choice poll.
Now, who won that? Oh my God, not him.
Who?
Not the obvious one.
Who's the obvious
The
one?
one who played Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield, yes. He won our listener's choice poll. So well done to Andrew Garfield.
Really?
Your trophy
Who
is in
came
the mail.
second?
Oh, Tom Ellis came second.
God, you guys are so predictable.
Okay, right. Well, let's decide then. Who's your hottie of the series? So, should I tell you the nominees? We had Lance from The Runaway Bride.
No,
We had Rodri from The Runaway Bride.
no,
We had Oliver Morgenstern.
no.
Really? You liked him?
Yeah, but no, he's been outbeat by other people.
Okay. We had Leo.
No,
We had Shakespeare.
no,
We had Loot Boy.
no.
We had the actor Dick. Apparently, his name was Dick.
Where's my pencil?
Your pencil?
I had a pencil.
Are you
now.
making a short list?
Yes, I'm making my own shortlist. Okay, so Dick, you have become my first shortlist.
Okay. Milo from
No.
Gridlock. Businessman
Yes.
from Gridlock. Oh, what was his name? Laszlo from Daleks in Manhattan.
No.
Frank from Daleks in Manhattan.
No.
Solomon.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Diagoras from Daleks in Manhattan.
No.
Professor Lazarus.
Absolutely not.
Mysterious Man.
No.
Riley.
No.
Corwin.
Yeah.
Scannell.
No.
Baines.
No.
Mr. Rocastle, headmaster.
Absolutely.
Larry.
No.
Billy.
Yeah.
No. No, what's his... Don't... Because the listeners can't see it. What's his name? Pedro.
No.
Then you had Jate. The
No, he was literally 30 seconds. No thanks.
Oh, but he was hot. Then you've got John Sim Master.
Yeah.
And you've got Dr. Tom.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so who's your shortlist? Can you get it down to 5?
Okay.
Top 5?
Okay.
In third-
Dick is going to... Sorry, you were off my list.
Oh, okay.
Corwin, you are off my list.
Okay.
Okay, are we ready for my list?
Mm-hmm.
Coming in, number 5 is Billy.
Okay, respectable.
Number 4, The Master.
Okay.
Coming in at number 3 is Solomon. Number 2 place is going to go to Rocastle.
Okay. So number 1 is...
Number 1 is
The
Bizman.
Bloody Businessman.
Yes.
Seriously?
He is so divine.
I don't think he got any votes.
I don't know why, but I just think he's just... Oh...
Well, good for you.
I love like a nerdy type of guy, and
Yeah, he was very
It's the
posh
bowler hat, and
put
it's
together. Yeah.
delish.
Okay. Right, I need to do my top 5 now. So number 5. No. Oh, do we have to have the drum
Let
roll?
me.
Okay. Number 5 is Loot Boy, who I think was called Wiggins.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Jate.
Okay.
Number 3 is Leo Jones.
Okay.
Number 2 is Milo from Gridlock.
Yeah.
And number 1, can you guess my number 1?
Fuck's sake, Stephen.
What?
It's Frank, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Oh, who is it?
It's not. It's someone who didn't get as many votes as I hoped on the poll. It's Riley from 42.
So 5 out of 5 twinks. I'm sorry.
Are they all twinks?
I bet that none of them have hair.
Riley looked quite hairy.
Does he?
He's got a beard. Stubble.
You can't call that a beard. It's like
Stubble.
bum fluff.
Anyway, those are my top 5, and Riley's my hottie of the series. But yes, well done to Frank, well done to Businessman, and well done to Riley.
I don't want to understand why Businessman doesn't get enough votes, because I just think he's really handsome.
Well, all the more for you then.
Yeah. All right, play the game then.
Right, so I've got 2 games to play with you for our anniversary episode.
Yeah.
The first one, I know you're a great lover of stories and a great lover of generating ideas for stories. So I have selected one title from each classic Doctor.
Yes.
And I want you to make up on the spot what you think the plot is.
Oh, this is a good game. This is a game I can get behind.
Okay, so for the first Doctor, William Hartnell.
What are you going to call this game?
Oh, what's the plot? I don't know. I just made that up on the spot.
That's cool.
So for the first Doctor,
If you like this, we could continue it.
yeah, for the first Doctor, William Hartnell, we have the 10th planet.
10th or 10th?
10th.
Okay, so I think it's a secret 10th planet in our solar system.
Right.
And I think that it's actually a planet that is slowly consuming the resources from each planet, and the Doctor has to stop him before he gets to Earth.
Okay.
So the planet itself is actually an alien that's eating
Oh, right. Okay.
resources.
So why is it a secret planet?
Because it can't be seen,
And how can't it be seen?
because it has a cloaking device.
Oh, okay. Shall I tell you what it actually was in brief?
Okay.
So it was actually the 10th planet refers to Mondas, which was Earth's twin planet. And it was the first appearance of the Cybermen. And it was the first Doctor's final episode when he regenerated.
Wow.
So he met the Cybermen who regenerated in the same story.
Cool.
For the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton, we have the Mind Robber.
Okay, so I think that this is a planet where the Doctor finds himself with his companion, and they want to harvest his mind because it's a great tool, and they think they could unlock the universe by it. So they strap him to this machine and they suck out his brain. Well, they try and unlock the world through his brain.
You're actually not a million miles off. That kind of does happen. So what it is it's set outside of time and space in what they call the land of fiction. It's like a place where stories come to life.
Okay.
But there's a person who's in charge of it, and I think he wants to catch the Doctor and make him take over and like use his brain, like plug his brain in. Oh. So you're kind of right. Okay. For the third Doctor, we have the Green Death.
Who is the Doctor?
John Pertwee.
The Whitehead man.
Yeah.
The Green Death.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be a odious smoke that is sentient, and it absorbs life forms through the smoke, and it drains people of certain nutrients. And the only way to capture it is by fusing it to copper.
Okay, interesting. It's actually about toxic waste from a mine that makes maggots grow to giant size, so it's about giant maggots.
I think mine is better.
Yeah, probably. Okay, the fourth Doctor, Tom Baker.
That's Scarf Man.
Yes. We have absolute classic, Genesis of the Daleks.
Okay, so we are going to go with Genesis, but Genesis is the creation of... so this is about the man in the Dalek wheelchair, and he's like
Davros,
and it's all about how they came to be.
Basically, exactly, yeah. I mean, that title gives it away, doesn't it? So Davros, this is the first appearance of Davros. The Time Lords recruit the Doctor to go back in time to the point where the Daleks were created, and they send him on a mission to avert the creation of the Daleks. But it comes down to it, and the Doctor has a moment where he has a wire that he can touch together, and it will destroy them all. And he says to himself, do I have the right to do that? Am I playing
But think
God?
about how many people you're going to save.
No, I agree, but it's a powerful moment in Doctor Who. It's a very famous moment. But yeah, that's Genesis of the Daleks. Well done. For fifth Doctor, Peter Davison, we have one called Earth Shock.
So this is about a shockwave that is sent through space and time that attacks Earth and changes its speed, and everyone starts getting old really quickly.
Okay, no, nothing to do with that. It's a Cybermen story.
Oh, the Earth is shocked by the Cybermen. Cool.
Well, it ends with a spaceship crashing into Earth, which is like takes the place of the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs. Yeah, and Adric, the companion, dies in it. But yeah,
Who's Adric?
he's a boy who's super genius at maths, and he wears a yellow shirt all the time. He was quite annoying. Not that bad, actually. People find him annoying. But, then we've got for the Sixth Doctor, Colin Baker.
Who's that?
He's the one with the multicoloured coat.
Okay, don't know.
You've seen bits of him when I've been watching. So the one I've chosen is called Trial of a Time Lord, and it was the whole overarching season was called that.
Oh, okay. So this is where the Doctor makes a grave mistake on a planet that he had not visited yet, and he doesn't know the customs, and he makes a grave error in their social and legal system, and he is put on trial, but all the while his friends are trying to save him because the trial is actually being used to wipe the Doctor's memories.
Not a million miles away. I watched it recently for the first time, actually, and a lot of people don't like it, but I actually quite enjoyed it. So, as I said, it's an overarching series called Trial of a Time Lord, and then you've got individual stories within that. But the whole overarching thing is he's being put on trial by his own people, by the Time Lords, for interfering too much in the universe. And they play like footage of evidence as part of the trial, but the footage they play is from things we haven't seen yet. So that's what forms the stories that we're watching. But there's a big twist, and it turns out that the prosecutor, called the Valeyard, is actually a future incarnation of the Doctor, or like between two incarnations or something, some weird like mid-state. And he wants to bring the Doctor down so that he can take true form or something. A bit weird. And then finally, for the Seventh Doctor, Sylvester McCoy, we have the Happiness Patrol.
Okay, so this is an episode before its time. Mental health has become a worldwide problem, epidemic, pandemic, whatever. And there's an alien that lives on Earth that actually feeds off people's happiness, and because people are so sad, he's actually dying. So he makes these robots that patrol around the world and make people happy. Right. And the more laughter he has, the more he grows, and then he gets addicted to that laughter and becomes really sinister. And then he plans to start taking over the universe. And so people get caught up into these laughter factories, and they just laugh and laugh and laugh until they die.
Wow. Do you know? It feels to me like you've almost hit 3 nails on the head simultaneously there. Because when you started off about mental health and happiness, it's like it had that vibe of toxic positivity. Like, you're not allowed to feel sadness; you have to be happy.
Yeah.
And I feel like there is an element of that in the real Happiness Patrol. There's also a Capaldi episode you reminded me of when you said about the little robots going around making people happy, making sure people are happy.
Yeah.
And then when this episode of the podcast goes out, the 60th anniversary specials may have finished airing. I don't know. At the time of recording, we don't know the air dates. But the third one is called The Giggle. And I have a theory that it's something to do with making people laugh and laugh and laugh until they die. A bit like there's a Monty Python sketch where there's a joke that makes people die. But yeah, so I mean, that's probably completely off the mark. And by the time you hear this, that'll be obvious. But yeah. So anyway, the Happiness Patrol is... I actually haven't seen it for a long time and I don't remember much about it. But it's... on Wikipedia, it says it's about a rebellion against the planet's ruler, Helen A, a woman who seeks to eliminate all unhappiness on the planet. But there's obviously something sinister about it. Yeah. And I believe I've heard that it's a Margaret Thatcher allegory.
Oh.
And there's also an LGBT subtext to it. There's like... The TARDIS gets painted pink. So it's quite an interesting one. And it's got a villain called the Candyman, who is basically Bertie Bassett, you know?
Okay.
And apparently whoever owns Bertie Bassett, is it?
Maynard,
yeah, they complained and said, you've used our copyright. And they said, we won't sue you, but you can never use the character again. So, yeah.
What, was the man made out of licorice all sorts?
Yeah, basically.
How do they think they could get away with that?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, he's the spokesman for licorice all sorts. I do not know if Americans and other people in the world have licorice all sorts.
Probably.
But they are one of the most delicious sweets ever.
Oh no.
If you like licorice and like coconut ice, which is like coconut and ice and sugar and condensed milk, oh, they are delicious. In my family, When I say my family, I just mean me and my mum. Sam doesn't like them, I don't think. I haven't actually asked him. But me and mum love anything aniseed.
Ugh, no, not for me.
Delicious. You haven't even had it go.
I have. I've tried licorice all sorts. I don't like them.
Have you?
Yeah.
What about the little bubbly one? They're nice.
The little pink ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I tried them and not for me.
They're aniseed.
Not for me. I don't like aniseed. It just makes me think of medicine like Gaviscon or whatever.
I love the taste of Gaviscon.
Ooh, it makes me sick. Anyway, that was fun. I like, because you're such an ideas machine, I thought that would be fun to do. And you actually came up with some really cool ideas.
I like the alien that absorbs happiness and gets addicted to it.
Yes. Anyway, should we play another game?
It depends what the game is.
Well, I haven't got any post-it notes, but you know that game where people put a post-it note on their head? So I'm basically going to think of a character from the Whoniverse, from what you've seen so far.
Really?
And you're going to guess by questions, and then we can take turns and you can think of a character and I can guess it.
Okay.
So I'll think of a character first. I've got one in my mind. And we'll count how many questions it takes you. You've got to do it in less than 20.
Is it a man?
No.
So it's a woman?
That's very assuming of you.
It is someone not a man?
It is a woman. Anyway, go on.
Okay. Are they close to the Doctor?
I'm only allowed to say yes or no, aren't I?
Yes. Are they a companion?
Oh, that's a question you don't want to ask a Doctor Who fan because you'll be here forever. In my opinion, no.
Is it Jackie?
Yes! It only took you 2 questions. How did you know? Because you knew I'd pick her.
No, I was thinking to myself, who is the controversial character that travels along in the...
She has one trip in the TARDIS.
Yeah. And then, I was like, who's a controversial character that could be running around the TARDIS? And it's not Mickey, so it must be Jackie.
Okay, well done. Right, you think of one.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they female?
Undisclosed.
Oh, okay. Do they have a body?
They do.
Okay. Were they in more than one episode?
No. Oh, was it a 2-parter?
Oh, more than one story then?
Oh, no.
Okay. Are they a villain?
Yes and no.
Oh. I can't think because you said the gender was undisclosed. I'm trying to think who that could be. Is it the TARDIS?
No.
Well, I'm trying to think. Were they in Series 3?
No.
Are they in the main show, Doctor Who?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to win this one.
You are. Are they human?
No.
So you said they weren't in Series 3?
No.
Were they in Series 1?
No.
Okay, so it's someone from Series 2. Gender non-disclosed. Are they a companion?
No.
Okay. Oh, God, that's 10 questions.
Do you want a clue?
No, don't do clues.
You don't do this game, obviously.
No, but you picked a really hard one. How have you done
I
that?
didn't pick a hard one. I just picked the first thing that came to my mind.
I don't understand who have we had in the series who's gender non-disclosed? Are they a living thing?
Yes.
Okay. When you say non-disclosed, do you mean you're not disclosing it or they haven't disclosed it?
They haven't disclosed it.
Okay.
I think I should just give it to you.
No, I'm going to get it.
We've run out of questions.
I've done 11. I've still got 10. I've still got 9. Let's be done in 20.
Come on.
Are they played by an actor whose name you know off the top of your head?
No.
Okay. Are they in an episode that you really like?
I moderately like it. I like them a lot. The episode, not so much.
Right. Oh my God.
What?
If it's who I think it is, they're male.
Go on.
Oh no, you said it was a living thing, so it's not
Go
K9.
on.
It's not K9.
Oh, no.
Okay. Oh my God, what could it be?
I think I should just say it.
No! Did they set foot in the TARDIS while you in the
No.
episode? Okay. Did they die in the episode?
Yes.
And they were in series 2?
Yes. Are you up to 16 questions?
17, yeah.
17 questions.
Is it The Wire?
No.
Oh my God. I'm really bad at this game today. Normally I'm better than this.
I just want to play the countdown theme
No.
to speed you up. Dun, 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 dun.
When you said, do you want a clue? And I said no, what was the clue going to be?
I can't give it to you now. You're so close for me winning.
Ah.
I should have had it off when I offered it.
Yeah. So they died in the episode and it's...
Okay, Stephen, just come on.
No,
ask the
no.
questions.
I'm going through methodically. It's not Cassandra, is it?
No, that's another question. Add that up. You've got one question left.
Oh my God.
Stephen.
I'm on my last question. Let me think about it.
No, it's taking too long.
I can't think who it could be. I've just got to guess a character. 'Cause my last question. Is it an Ood?
Yes!
Yes! Yes!
My clue was going to be...
Oh, I would have got that. That's too obvious. Ben was wiggling his fingers like the Ood tentacles.
Hence why I said I didn't
Yeah.
want to get you. Oh, I nearly won.
Oh, literally, I was going through and I was thinking, gender. They don't really have a gender.
Can I take that? I won that.
No, because I did it at the last second, just like the Doctor would. He'd whipped it out at the last second. You know what I mean?
Anywho.
You know what I mean? Okay, I've got one.
Are they a companion?
No.
Are they an alien?
Yes.
Are they in series 2?
No.
Are they in series 3?
No.
Are they in series 1?
Yeah.
Are they the cat nuns?
No.
Are they face of bow?
No.
The blue man?
What, the steward?
Yeah.
No.
Is it the big thing in the ceiling?
The Jagrafess?
Yeah.
No.
Is it the wire?
That's series 2.
Oh,
No.
sorry.
Come on, get it together.
Is it the Daleks?
No.
Is it the Cyberman?
No, that's not series 1, is it?
I don't know.
Ask me more questions to narrow it down.
Are they mechanical?
No.
Are they the Slovene?
No.
Do they make multiple appearances?
What, more than one episode?
Yeah.
No.
Might win this one. There's only 13 episodes in the series, Ben. So, are they good or bad?
I can only answer yes or no.
Are they good?
I would say so, yes.
Are they the Healy bots?
No.
That's series 2 anyway.
No, it's series 1.
Oh. Is it the TARDIS?
Nope.
Oh. Episode 2 is the tower thing. The sun dying.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 3 is something back on Earth. 4 is Dalek. 5 is Dalek.
No, 6 is Dalek.
Oh. Spider Ladies came before that.
Shall I give you a hint?
Yes.
Okay, so it's in episode 2.
Oh. So episode 2, that was when you could go to the 500th floor.
No, that was the long game. That was later.
Oh.
Episode 2 was the sun dying, like you said. That was the end of the world.
Oh. Jabe.
Yes. But I helped you there.
Yes, I know. I totally thought she existed.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I like Jabe.
Yeah, that game's hard to play on a game like this, on a show like this.
I like that game. It's fun. We used to play it.
Game.
We used to play it with Buffy, didn't we?
Yeah, I prefer the other game.
You know what it's time for now?
Oh, the best bit. Patreon, 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 shout out. Patreon, 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 shout out.
We've got another new patron to welcome to the team. A massive, massive, massive thank you to Daniel.
Massive thank you to Daniel.
You joined the ranks of Louisa, Philip, Northerly, Jason, Joe, Tom, Louis, Gabby, and Jack. Lovely. Also, last episode, you I said about Jack, and you went Jack. And
Oh,
Jack. You said if you know that reference, and I didn't know that reference, and you said you'd tell me on the next podcast. So what is it?
Did anyone guess it?
It hasn't gone out yet.
Oh,
But you can tell me now.
Oh, Will and Grace, Just Jack, is something that he does. It's a one-man show that Jack does.
Okay.
And he goes, Just Jack.
Oh, I see. Okay. But thank you very much, patrons. I mean, our gratitude is immense.
Thank you so much.
So that's that. Thank you very much for listening. Once again, the happiest of birthdays to our favourite show. Well, my favourite show. Ben's show he tolerates for me. You know where to find us. All the links are in our link tree, which is in the show notes. And until next time, stay fantastic.
Goodbye. So long, farewell, and
Auf
Wiedersehen,
Wiedersehen,
goodbye. Stay fantastic.
Bye.
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 Bye.